7/19. It's tax day. And for those who are anticipating a refund, there are some decisions to make in the coming hours and days. How do you spend it? And for more on putting it to good use in the future, Ralph and David Hicks with the Hicks Advisory Group. Always good to have you gentlemen here.
Thanks for having us.
Let's talk about the advisory group and exactly what you do for folks to kind of set the scene here. This is about planning for the future, really, is what your goals are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we like to do a financial plan for clients, kind of a roadmap into the future. And then we like to walk along with them as that roadmap unfolds, make sure they get there safely. And we also do investment advisory work. We like to make sure that their portfolios are safe and they don't lose half of it in the next crash. So I would say safety and planning.
So with that in mind, it's tax day. So what do you want people to know? Why is this an important day?
Yeah, first of all, there's about 16 hours and 35 minutes to get your tax returns in. If you haven't done
No
it,
pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure.
As of about April 3rd, I think 100 returns have been filed and about 80 million in refunds have already been issued. And the average refund this year is about $2,800. The biggest question is, if you're getting a refund, what are you going to do with that money? Usually people go out and buy a new TV or the new Apple Watch or the new Apple iPhone, and they don't put it to good use.
The important thing to remember, too, is this is money that probably would have been coming to you anyway over the course of the year. So it's not like a bonus, right? Or
exactly.
something that you would earn at the end of a year. It's something that you should have had maybe if you had not given the government so much in the first place.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
And so what are the best ways then as far as investing goes? What do you have in mind for folks?
Yeah, so we encourage you, if you do have a refund coming, this is a great way to start saving for your future. And if you haven't started saving for your future, you might as well start right now. If you have this refund coming in, think about this. If you put in $2,800 a year for every year you get a refund for the next 20 years, with compounding interest, you may have $115,000, $120,000 in 20 years. That's a great way to start putting that extra money to work for you.
How do you do that? How do you hold on to that and really not be so compulsive and just go out and spend it? You know, is there a method to that so that people really are wise with that $2,800?
Yeah, we're big fans of automatic saving plans. Paying yourself, using it as an expense. Everyone has a budget and they spend money for utilities, spend money for the car payment. Just spend money on yourself, paying yourself for your retirement future. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Qualified and non-qualified plans, what's the difference between those two? And you have some advice on those as well.
We do.
Yeah, the definition really that separates qualified and non-qualified has to do with the special tax rules, tax laws. Non-qualified money basically doesn't have those special rules. You earn $1, you pay the federal and state government, you take your 70 cents and you go invest it somewhere. And when it makes interest, you pay tax on that, tax all throughout your life. But when we talk about qualified plans, we're talking about an opportunity to put a 100-cent dollar into the investment without tax. Perhaps if it's an employer plan, get some employer matching, grow that money over a long period of time, compound interest and tax deferral. And I've had two people I've met in the last month, 53 and 61, that have both accumulated $1 million just by methodically putting it away and ignoring it, letting it happen automatically, getting the employer match, and enjoying tax-deferred growth.
Now, am I hearing you talk about the difference between is a Roth also considered to be a qualified plan?
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
Roth is great. And if you're a younger viewer right now, we encourage you to look at Roth options. Why is that? Because it grows, money that you put in has already been taxed. It grows tax deferred, which is good. And then it comes out tax-free when you spend it in retirement. And who knows what tax brackets are going to be in the future, and tax-free money is always a good thing.
If I have a qualified plan already, is it a good idea to try for a non-qualified plan as well? I mean, or what do you recommend there? Do you recommend people balance that?
We always like to use the general term, start as soon as you can, save as much as you can for as long as you can. Now, qualified plans have limits as to how much you can put in. It's based on earned income, and you get to put in a certain amount based on earning them up to a limit. Non-qualified plans have no limits. So if you have maxed out, maximize your contributions to your employer plan or your IRA, then you can look at additional accumulation through non-qualified. Life is for living. It's not all about saving for the future, but you got to have a balance.
That's what I was going to ask. Somebody's getting a refund today. Maybe it is $2,800. Maybe it's less than that. Would you recommend just putting all of that away, or can they spend some of it? You know, I mean, I'm not going to say you probably have no jurisdiction over somebody's refund. I'm just saying, is there something that they can set aside? Is it beneficial? Is it wise to spend some of it as well to make you feel like you're saving so much?
Yeah, it's kind of take a look in the mirror. Are you accumulating money, or are you spending it all? Well, we do a radio show from time to time. We talk about the fact that half of America doesn't hardly have $3,000 or $5,000. It's rather tragic how little so many of us have. So we got to be responsible with this money and take care of it and not just throw it willy-nilly. It's kind of a balance, though, between enjoying today and building for tomorrow, I think.
Living life on a budget, it sounds like. Well, Ralph and David Hicks with the Hicks Advisory Group can help you sort through all this, I know, and contact them by looking them up and online as well. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.